to recognize and select employees for outstanding performance within their individual areas of responsibility during 1990. This year we'll be presenting awards in 4 categories: Special Achievement, Market Store Manager Rookies of the Year, Market Store Managers of the Year, and finally, Division Store Manager of the Year. I'd like to ask Jim Thornton and our Regional Vice President, Mike Romer, to come up and assist in the awards, if you guys would. We've got Sandy Lewis, our Division's Administrative Assistant, going to help Mike and Jim. Our first category, Special Achievement, recognizes certain individuals from a wide cross-section of our division for their unique contributions to our division's image, productivity, employee development, and overall profitability. Our first recipient is a store manager who is regularly called upon to host corporate and outside visitors at his location. He keeps his store in excellent condition at all times and can be counted on to present our division in its most favorable light, both in terms of store image as well as overall operational and marketing execution. We'd like to recognize Bob Howell of Market 1602 for his role as our division's premier store ambassador. Our next recipient is also a store manager and has been with Southland almost 5 years. During this time, he's run a number of challenging store locations for our company. Faced with unusual circumstances, this manager's market asked him to operate 2 locations simultaneously for an extended period during 1990. This manager not only ran these stores effectively, he reduced controllable expenses a total of $58,000 during his tenure. For his outstanding efforts as a multiple store manager, we'd like to recognize John Grazul of our Fort Worth. Our next awardee is a member of our division's staff. He's been an integral part of our division's store repositioning process during the past 2 years. As we close locations that were not part of our future, this employee has used imagination and professional expertise to profitably sell or sublease these properties at a very substantial profit to Southland. We'd like to recognize our division's real estate manager, David Olschwanger, for his professional contribution to our division. Without dedicated service technicians to keep our stores operating, all of our marketing plans and executions would certainly suffer. This year, a service technician has been selected by his department as an example of the type of individual that possesses the attitude, expertise, and aggressiveness required for truly outstanding service performance. We'd like to recognize our division's Service Technician of the Year, B.J. Woolley. Our division's training department continues to gain national notoriety for its professionalism, program design, and training process. At the heart of our training mission are core classes for our store managers that require not only a qualified instructor, but also dedicated follow-through. Fortunately, our division's training department possesses someone who fits this description. For his efforts in lifting our training performance to an unprecedented level of accomplishment, we'd like to recognize Van McGuffey. Our next recipient is a store manager who took an extremely challenging store situation in our Metro South market during mid-1989. As we entered 1990, she had fully implemented her store action plan in this new assignment. A 12% sales increase, 61% reduction in inventory variation, and a 57% improvement in EBITDA production speak more than words about her accomplishments during the year. For her outstanding dedication and professional business practice, we'd like to recognize, from Market 1634, Store 24625, Rexine Daniel. Our final special achievement recipient stands alone in her accomplishment. During our company's store image evaluation program last year, our division finished #1 in the country. This did not happen by accident. Our performance was built on by-store efforts. We're proud to have the company's store image evaluation national champion call our division her home. At this time, we'd like to recognize our company's store image evaluation national champion, Dorothy Purifoy from Kilgore, Texas.
Turn the plaque around.
Yeah!
Great. Congratulations to our Special Achievement Award recipients. Our next category of awardees are newer store managers whose exemplary performance during their first full year of assignment resulted in their nomination as Market Rookie Store Managers of the Year. They're for Market 1602. Eric Godwin. The Market Rookie of the Year from 1611, Tu Nguyen. Our recipient for Market 1614 is James Nguyen. But the recipient from 1615, as it was structured last year, Mi Duen Vo. From our Fort Worth Market, 1631, this year's Rookie of the Year is Victor McGee. From our Mid-Cities Market, 1632, this year's Rookie of the Year winner is Rick Anderton. Brad, if you'll bear with me on the slides for just a second, I'd like to take a little bit of time to this manager was brand new. It turned around and told his field manager after seeing their former Rookie of the Year candidate win, next year, that's my award. This year, it is his award, Brian Parr, 1634. Congratulations, Brian. And our final Rookie of the Year recipient from our Wichita Falls Lawton Market, 1635, Boyd Newsom. Congratulations to this year's Rookie of the Year winner. Each year, our market's management and staff schedule and conduct an in-depth analysis of their store manager's performance for the purpose of selecting a Market Store Manager of the Year awardee. It is assumed that these candidates will have excellent financial performance and technical expertise demonstrated within their operations. Such credentials are not, however, enough to separate these individuals from their peers within each market earlier, but we'd like our field manager, Lynn Hostetler, to come forward and accept for Daphne Jones. Our Store Manager of the Year candidate for Market 1611, Ruth Fitzwater. Our Store Manager of the Year from our East Dallas, East Texas market, 1614, Paula Lee. And we're also going to recognize a recipient from our market 1615 this year, again under the same scenario as I mentioned with the Rookie of the Year candidates. And the winner under the old alignment from 1615, Lynn Foe. Our recipient this year from market 1631, Fort Worth, you met her earlier. She gets in your face. She stays in your face till you go away. Tammy Huckabee. We hope the next recipient from market 1632, our Mid-Cities market, is going to be available. He's floating around backstage somewhere. We hope we've got him on hand. From market 1632, Mark Glennon. Our recipient from our Metro South Market, 1634, this year, has been doing a fantastic job for a number of years, Judith Eckersley. And finally, our recipient from Lawton, Wichita Falls, market 1635. You met her earlier also, Sue Saunders. Let's congratulate our 1990 Market Store Managers of the Year. This year, our DAC committee challenged us to select a store manager who was the best of the best, a Division Store Manager of the Year. With a candidate field deep and worthy applicants, such a task required a lot of critical analysis and our division management's best thinking and judgment. She's a member of our market's MAC committee. She fills in when field managers are on vacation. She is a mentor and confidant to other managers in the market. She is very active in the local community and places our company in a very favorable light while devoting herself to these outside commitments. She's simply a leadership individual with a history of powerful and well-rounded performance. This year's final award recipient, our 1990 Division Store Manager of the Year, is Karen Stimpson from our Metro South.
Hit touches.
But before we get to that, how about a nice round of applause for all the award winners? What a super job. And what a fantastic year. I'll tell you what, you guys are just incredible. Now, it's very difficult in Texas to walk a mile in our shoes unless you have the right shoes. So we would like to ask Mr. Kojima to come up and get a pair of our shoes.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate for your kind attention, and I have learned a lot about your system, your people, and you have a lot of history of your business. So I cannot say what's going on right now. So well, I think I'll stop. Thank you.
Well, we've just about come to the end of the meeting. And Royce had tried this down in Central West Texas, and he said, listen, you know, what's the focus of the meeting? And the focus is you. It's not me. It's you. Okay? He says, look, let's let the store managers plan it. Let's let the store managers participate in it. And let's the store managers communicate with one another about what works. And Royce, your trust me was good, so you got another one. Congratulations. Super meeting.